Big waves from the job report. The November jobs report is out today. What does it show and how's it impacting the real estate market and the bond market? The renovations are at a standstill in Brantford, kind of frustrated. The HVAC is there today, but not able to do as much as we want. I'm Dave with the Bolduc Realty Group. Welcome to my weekly real estate market update. Today's December 8th. Before we talk about those other things, let's talk about some key Connecticut market stats. Active on the market today, 4,190 homes. That's down 175 from last week. We had 209 new listings over the last 24 hours. We usually see more like 300, so that's a little low as well. We had 3,003 closings in the month of November, and I was predicting about 3,000, so we're right in line. Based on November sales, we have 1.4 months of inventory on the shelf, so we still have a very low inventory position. And what we're seeing is a return to the more normal seasonal market where over the holidays, fewer people are listing. There's not as much activity in the real estate market. So that we're going to see listings continue to drop a little bit. And then after the holidays, they'll start to pick back up. Some key dates here. The jobs report came in 199,000 versus an expected 190,000. So a little bit stronger than expected. We have the Fed meeting next week, and CPI and PPI are going to be coming out at the same time during those meetings. Primary mortgage market survey, 7.03%. So we're back down to 7%. So 4-month low. We'll see how we go as these inflation reports come out. The jobs report was a little bit stronger than what was expected in the forecast. A lot of the strength in the jobs report is attributed to automotive and entertainment industry strikes that are ending and people are going back to work. Not everything, but a little bit of it. It'll be interesting to see how the bond market digests it. So far, the stock market seems to be quiet as of the time of the recording of this. I don't expect this report to change anything that the Fed does next week. They're expected to keep rates the same, and I think that'll be the case. There is a 50-50 chance being priced in by the market that in March of 2024, the Fed will reduce interest rates. I honestly don't think that's going to happen either. I think the Fed's going to hold out a little bit longer than that. It would be nice, but this is just what I think from what they've said in the past. CPI and PPI, as I just mentioned, are also due out during the time that the Fed is meeting. Unless there is some massive change in inflation, I don't think that CPI and PPI reports are going to change anything the Fed does either. We'll see how that plays out. Mortgage applications, they were flat week to week after having 4 weeks of applications going up. It was interesting that refinance applications jumped by almost 14%. From a low number, but they did jump by 14%. I took a look at the change in prices over the last year for homes. The median sale price in Connecticut is up 10.6%. Over the last 5 years, it's up 55%. So we're continuing to see strong price appreciation. I think that's going to continue, and I'm going to talk about why. Before I do that, I just want to give you a little bit of perspective. So 10.6% increase over the last year. That means a house a year ago that was selling for $200,000 is now selling for $221,000. A house 5 years ago selling for $200,000 is now selling for $310,000. So I'll give you some numbers to really process there. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, inventory dropped over the Thanksgiving week and it hasn't recovered. This week it dropped another 175 houses. As we approach the holidays, this is normal, but supply is dropping off. That said, mortgage application gains combined with this dropping inventory means that there's going to be, I think, a continuation of this seller's market. I owe you results from the 2023 predictions, and I know I missed the mark on several of them. I'll get that out to you, and I'm also working on my 2024 predictions, which I'll have out by the end of the year. Right now, as I mentioned in the introduction, we're at a standstill at the Brantford house, the fire-damaged house that we're renovating. The power lines were damaged when the electrical fire happened, coming from the street to the house. So we got to get a permit from the town. Then the electric company needs to go over there, change it all out. The town has to inspect it, and then we can hook up power. So we have the electrical system redone. We have a new panel and all that, a new service. but we got to wait for the lines to be changed out to the street. We got my HVAC contractor there right now installing the new boiler and everything else, but we can't fire it up because we don't have power. So we're kind of sitting waiting for power to get on so that we can get heat so that we can start doing all the rest of the renovation. Most of the demolition's done. This is normal in any kind of renovation. I've had much worse delays, much worse problems pop up in other renovations. You just work through it and keep pushing forward. Hopefully, this is some valuable information for you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Go Navy, and we'll talk to you soon.